with things. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the
Love
Swan.
that dress, Shari. You
Thank
caught it. You caught that. You took that picture right when the moon was really full.
Well, it's Michelle from Astrology Tarot. She designed the thing for me. I just provided the face, and she did all the rest.
You did a great job.
And then I was trying to make an intro, and I was getting really, really aggravated. And Andrew had called me one day from Androniki, and he could tell I was frustrated. He's like, "What's going on?" And so I told him. He's like, "Send me what you got. Let me play with it." That's what I got back, was that video.
Yeah, he's real good at that stuff.
He's very good at it. So I was like, wow. And
he did one for me too.
Audio recordings are not going to go to
absolutely. So
Shari and I are a tad late. Hi, everybody. We just listened to breaking news that Biden is suing the DOJ because they're releasing a whole bunch of audio tapes that Biden had done when he was vice president for his book. So they had a lot of. Why do they?
And there's nothing that they can put in those books that's not declassified by the CIA and the FBI.
Exactly.
And because I have to run all that stuff by them before they can actually put it out in paper.
But what's the purpose of it? It's like that speech last night, and I did a show yesterday, and I said this is going to only turn out worse for him.
Yeah,
and it did. He lied so much. His press secretary, not his press secretary. The older woman that has those steely eyes. She told him to stand down. She told him, "Don't make any press. Don't talk to the press. Don't do this. Don't do that." So basically, they've shut him down right now. But yeah, he blew it.
They need to put him in a rubber room with a fake phone and a fake internet and let him tweet to his heart's content, thinking he's talking to people. Yeah. And have a room full of people that respond back to him. And he would be a happy camper and let somebody else run the country.
Exactly. But I can tell you a hit I got. Yesterday, I didn't watch the speech, but I picked up pieces
I didn't either.
Here when they were talking about it. And when they were talking about, we're so scared. We're scared that he's going to do something if he doesn't get his way with the midterms. And somebody whispered in my ear, he's not going to live that long.
I don't see him lasting past summer. That's what I've been getting for months.
Yeah.
I don't see him lasting past summer. Now, summer for us usually doesn't end until December, so it could be Christmas time. And the original vision that I had 2 years ago was of the White House being completely empty. No one there and snow falling everywhere, and it was just an empty house.
Wow.
And so, at the time I thought, okay, well, maybe he won't be there last year for Christmas, but that didn't hold true. But since then, they've ripped out the East Wing and all that other stuff. So I was like, okay, maybe that's why they were showing me an empty White House. Trying to keep him from tearing it down. He's wanting to do something with the doors now or something. I don't know.
And he's terrible.
Linda's information is below in the little block. You can go to her website. You can go to her YouTube channel. Make sure you go like, subscribe, and share on her channel. And while you're here,
my daughter's here. Hi,
Nicole. For my channel. Hi.
Hi, you guys. Hi, Vivian.
Yeah, we got a big group of people here, so I'm excited.
Look at all these people.
Wow, we've already got over 1,400 people here. I'm like, my brain is going into Ding ding. That's not very often for me. So I just wanted to put Linda's information up. Make sure when you subscribe that you click the little notification bell and that you click all so that you will get notified when we go live, when we drop a video, when we post something on our information page. That way you find out about it. And I think most of us post up schedules or upcoming things on our community tab so that y'all can kind of know what's going on. And I did want to put up real quick Andrew Niki skincare. I adore Andrew. I'm waiting for him to come back on.
The nicest guy.
He's such a sweetie, and it's the best damn stuff I've ever used in my life. There's
and it's not made with any chemical.
No, it's not. That's what I love about it.
Kind of smell like a grass or something. It's weird. It's got a good smell to it. Like
his skincare doesn't have that funky medicinal smell.
Yes.
That a lot of them have. And so okay, I don't know why that doesn't want to go. And of course, my friend Jules, who makes her own jewelry and she has her own Etsy store. Please check her out. She's got some gorgeous jewelry, and now she does bath salts and all that kind of stuff. And normally I have something like on the desk I can hold up and show y'all, but it's over in the bookcase and I'm not going to get up and go dig for it.
And you got your new bedroom, your new place.
I'm in my new studio section of my bedroom. Yes, so I'm excited. It's nice. It's nice to have room to
about the energy of the God form working.
Well, before we rented the house, my brother had met with the guy that owns it, the landlord, and had walked through, and he, came home that night and was like, you gotta come see this. I think this is it. And so the next Friday afternoon when I was off, we came over and I got to meet the guy and walk through it. And the energy of the place was so positive and so high buzzing. I mean, I walked through and it was like, oh, this is it. I could feel it. It was like, this is the spot. So, it's very good energy here. So
that's great.
I'm excited. Mainly because I have my own room.
I know. I'm so excited for you. And there's no ghostesses in there, correct?
Not that I'm aware of. No, we've got an armadillo that runs around in the yard, and
that's cool.
And a black cat that my son saw the other night that runs. I don't know if it belongs to someone in the neighborhood, if it's just a stray, but our cats stay inside anyway. They don't go outside. And of course, my brother's dog loves the backyard. I posted a short yesterday of Pup running around the backyard, and everybody was like, oh my God, your yard's so big. I'm like,
yeah, that's great.
Yeah, it's huge.
Yeah.
And we got a locked shed in the back that he can put like all his tools, and we can put stuff in it and lock it so we don't have to figure out where to put it in the house. And which is another nice thing. So I'm trying to scan for questions here.
Mel is doing real good, you guys. Apparently the what is that thing they put in?
A stent. Yeah, they put a stent.
It's a good thing he had complained because it was a 90% occlusion.
Yeah, he sent me pictures of his stent.
Yeah.
The x-rays last night. And so, because I had been fussing at him, I said, you got to tell me what do they say? So he called me Tuesday to let me know what the doctors had said. And then last night I got pictures of the stent in there, and he telling me what they were doing with that. So that made me happy to know that he's doing much better.
He's doing well. And he apparently they gave him 4 loads of Versed. Versed is a good, and reason I like Versed is because it wears off really fast. But they gave him 4 injections.
Oh, wow.
So should we hit up about that speech last night? Everybody's asking about it.
Yeah, let's start with that. I be perfectly honest, people, I didn't watch it.
Me neither.
I cannot sit through his voice anymore.
But yesterday when I did a show, I could hear as clear as day. Because
Yeah.
he's only going to make it worse for himself.
I saw it. Yeah, I saw it where you were talking about it. And
So I just want to throw real quick on him. How's he doing right now?
okay, that works. I'm using one of my new decks that I got.
And then they released this information that we already knew, that Russia was going against Biden. It had nothing to do with him being hit by China and Russia. China thinks he's getting ready to collapse, by the way. Ooh.
Yeah, China's not real happy with him right now either. What is
He's
that?
getting ready to implode. Look at this. It's building and building.
Well,
You know, he used to be really beloved, and he likes that feeling. He likes people to really think he's something. But the problem is the crowds aren't thinking he's something anymore.
no,
It's hard for him to let go of.
they're getting firsthand look at him. Well, we got the Queen of Swords and the Queen of Cups,
Okay.
and that's the ladies are coming after him even more so. That's pure female power right there. They're like, yeah, dude,
His Nine of Cups cup is upside down. So, and whatever he had wished for this to take place, he's just being made fun of. Everybody's making fun. But they're really hitting Iran right now. They're causing a lot of damage. In turn, Iran is hitting neighbors. But he's killing civilians as we speak. It's just terrible.
I also got the Magician, so he's trying to pull every trick out of the hat that he can think of
Yeah.
to make himself redeemable from last night. And then I got the Four of Wands, which is supposedly that stands for like strong foundations, stability, but it feels really shaky. It doesn't feel like a strong
What's
foundation.
the name of those cards again?
This is the Deviant Moon Tarot. Let's see if it'll focus on it.
Oh,
So it's kind of a cross between the like half. I don't know. It's weird. It's like partial metallic type. What do y'all call it? You know what it's called. I can't think of the damn name of it. The type of
somebody just said he's probably in the bunker eating cheeseburgers.
Oh, I like what Celtic Seer just said. Releasing the tapes of Biden under a Mercury retrograde is a great error.
Yeah, that's just
Exactly.
what they're doing. They're so stupid. I'm glad Biden is suing them.
Oh, you and me both. And of course, Hunter Biden just won his lawsuit against the CEO of now I'm gonna go blank. Shoot, I can't remember the name of the company now, but anyway, he's suing them for slander and libel.
This is
I think it was
another
slander.
lawsuit.
Hunter Biden.
He just won.
Yeah, he just won $1.7 million, I think it was. Here's a good one. LBC 23. DHS head Mark Wayne Mullen, who is a total idiot, is threatening states with imprisonment if they don't turn over voting records.
It's not gonna go anywhere.
That can't happen because that's
started,
illegal.
But I see emergency court hearings, and they're gonna say, "What the hell do you think you're doing? You're not allowed to have those records."
Hiding something. Covert corruption.
Yeah.
There you go, guys.
But listen, when everybody's afraid of the midterms and that he's going to do some crazy, I'm not sure he's going to live that long, you guys. I really am not. I'm not feeling him living very much longer. I'm not wishing for it. I'm just telling you, that's what I'm feeling.
You know, every time I do a lot of cards just on him, the death card and the tower card
Always
are
show up.
forever showing up. Which, granted, it doesn't necessarily mean death, but after a while, you kind of take the hint. It's like,
Yeah,
okay.
exactly. Exactly.
I don't see him lasting past summer. I've not seen him lasting
Yeah.
past summer. It's like when it starts cooling off, he's gone. So I'm not real good with dates and timing as much as just I'll kind of see the season that it's in, and that's about as close as I can get to it. Although I'm working at getting better at that. But
Have you had any hit on Blanche?
oh, I feel like he's going to go down.
But why am I feeling he might get in, or he thinks he's getting in?
I feel like there's a really good chance that he might get in, but if he does, I don't think he's going to last.
Well, apparently they're saying that this next week he's got to be seen in the board to lose his license. So we'll see what happens.
They've been yanking lawyers' licenses left and right for perpetrating fraud on the court. And there was some big lawsuit I saw. There's a group of 125,000 lawyers who've joined together to do pro bono work for all the people that are getting attacked by this administration.
Whoa.
And there are some of them that are hauling the other attorneys up for committing fraud to the court by putting forth fraudulent cases. So it's like, okay.
And you know what's interesting? Every time they have a grand jury, and now judges are wise, they're saying, okay, I want to see the transcripts for the grand jury. What did you say to these people to get them to order this arrest? And then they drop the whole thing because they don't want you to know what they said.
Yeah.
Because apparently, if you're on the grand jury and you don't necessarily believe what they're saying, they kick you out, and they're not supposed to do that.
Oh, exactly. Because a grand jury is usually that's usually a group that they meet once or twice a week for usually a couple of months on one particular case. I remember I almost got chosen for a grand jury placement back when I lived in Phoenix. And then they went with somebody else. So,
do you have to be interviewed and everything?
Yeah, it wasn't like just showing up and then they just like the trick of the draw of, whoever. They actually talk to people in small groups and ask questions. And you had like both sets of attorneys that would be there that would ask you questions. Well, if this happened, how would you feel about that? Or if that happened, how would you feel about that kind of thing. And so it was kind of, I guess, the lawyer's way of trying to see where everybody's at as to what kind of jury they want for the case. And usually the minute they see and hear that I'm disabled with an injury to my spine and whatnot, they're like, bye.
Yeah.
We don't need you.
I always say I just came here for the lunch.
Yeah, well, in Phoenix, they had a room you could go in. You could they provided Wi-Fi. You could plug in. You could watch, be on your laptop or your phone. You could watch movies. They provided movies on a big TV screen. And here, you sit in a room. You can't have a phone in the building. You can't do this. You can't do that. You just sit there. And it's like, okay, that's not cool because you're asking somebody who can't sit or stand for more than 45 minutes at a time to sit for 8 or 9 hours and not move.
Not going to work.
In the So
I used to get called for jury duty every 2 years. And then when I moved out here, I haven't been called once.
oh wow.
That's fine with me.
First time I ever got called for jury duty was after I moved to Arizona. I never got picked, but I got usually every couple of years I would get a
Yeah,
summons
I
to
got
go
picked
in.
a couple of them. One jury I was on, the guy, as soon as the jury was picked, he chose to flee. So
Yeah, and I see sky dancers in Florida talking about they got a bunch of bad weather. It's been storming here for like a week solid. It's been severe thunderstorms and lightning shows for a good week and a half. It started like the day after we finally got moved in. The storm started, so I was like,
yeah,
"You for
and
not doing it in the
Texas,
middle of
Texas
moving."
is going through. And Texas is going through a lot. And my friend Dennis and Julie, who live up in Flagstaff, Arizona, they were expecting Armageddon storms. But you know, they give you the worst, and sometimes it works out that it's not too bad.
You could wave and say hi if you're going to walk into the background.
I didn't know if I was going to be.
That's my son. He's getting ready to go to work. So, oh, yeah, this has been going around. I saw something about this the other day. They're pushing even harder to allow mining and drilling on indigenous grounds, sacred grounds. And
You know how Trump feels about indigenous. He's been mad that they had the ability to do casinos and non-taxable stuff. But listen, let me tell you something. He did that. They were already drilling at the Grand Canyon. And as soon as our new president came in, they had to pack their bags and get the hell out. So whatever he does will be reversed.
Well, I just pulled temperance reverse.
Yes. And I know something about indigenous. Unless they agreed, they can't do that. They can't just say, no, we don't care what you think. What did your card say? I'm sorry.
Oh, I had temperance reversed. And let me see. I get underground in hiding and lacking control. So, little girl, you're not a good space. Come on. Yes, I know. Come on. Go. There's a space right behind my monitor where the window ledge is. And when I get on the computer, she wants to go get behind the monitor and lay down on the windowsill. And then she'll decide in the middle of me doing something, now's the time to come out and try to pick around all the stuff that
they're going to get stuck. They're not going to be able to go through what they think they're going to go through. You know, the peoples of that land might even do things to hurt them, not necessarily just to be able to stop them. Almost like when China opened up a whole bunch of oceanfront. It wasn't Israel, it was China. Oceanfront properties someplace, I can't remember where. And then the people came out and burned them all down. That's what I'm feeling here. I'm feeling like there's a lot of fighting going on.
Yeah. Well, I had gotten temperance reversed, and then I get the 3 of Pentacles. So that's all of us working together on it. That's what's gonna, everybody's got to stand up for everybody. To keep
but you can't tell. And it did. Remember Nicole, who was that gal, the blonde gal, Nicole? What was her?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we got the world. So everybody's paying attention. Everybody's watching. Like he hasn't embarrassed us enough in the world. And then I got strength. I think, the strength of us being together on everything is what's going
the indigenous people. Nicole, what was her name, you guys? Nicole, not Nicole Kidman. The one who died in an indigenous casino, Hard Rock Cafe, but it was on indigenous properties.
Yeah.
So
What was her
the
name?
the tribe told everybody, no, this is our case and you can't interfere. They could not touch it.
Well, yeah, if it's on native land, if it's on tribal land, you have to go by their laws and their judges and their rulings. Um, I know when I lived in Phoenix, I lived in Scottsdale for a while, and I literally was like, our apartment complex was right before you hit the highway, and then on the other side of the highway was the McDowell Reservation. And so we were like right there next to each other, and you would get people that would try to pull off the highway onto the native land side and try to pull crap. They had their people out and about all the time, like, no, take that back over to your side. We don't let it happen here. So,
Right, exactly. So what else you got there, girlfriend? Anna Nicole Smith, thank you.
thank you.
Yeah, he's a whack job. Nobody
Yep,
believes him. Not like
absolutely.
the old days. Let me tell you, he couldn't get a January 6th going no matter how hard he tried. There'd be a few sparse people. He wouldn't get the crowds that he got before because they really believed him back then. They thought, oh, yeah, it was stolen. And they really thought they should hang Mike Pence. And now he's just proven beyond a reasonable doubt he's terrible for this country. And that's why so many countries are not happy with us, because they already know he's a whack job, but they don't understand how come Americans are sitting there letting this guy destroy this country. And I wonder what we can do. We keep going to the courts and we keep winning.
It's like, I think what I keep feeling is that a lot of the problem with us not seeming to make a difference in all of this is because he's bought the press.
Okay.
The press is under the thumb of the right now. They're all owned by super rich MAGA people who are literally silencing their reporters and their on air anchors, which is why you've seen so many of the big ones on like CNN and MSN and all that. They've all gone independent,
Yeah. But MS Now showed a little bit of his speech, and I was shocked. I was getting ready to watch it for something else. And then the redhead came on and she's like, well, we've decided we're going to But apparently they shut it off real quick because they said he was lying so much.
I think it makes it real hard to get the other side to see the damage he's doing when the press won't report it. And when they do report anything on him, they make it sound like it's a wonderful, fantastic thing, and everybody else is just jealous.
Right.
And so that's what I'm picking up on. I know he's got a health matter coming up.
I could see. Did you see him? Did you even see a picture of him when they do little clips and they're showing him? He looks awful.
Horrible. Absolutely horrible.
To Andre and Ness. Andre's been saying his chart is off he's got all these Saturn aspects.
Yep.
I'm telling you, and you're not supposed to wish it, but I'm telling you, I keep feeling like I did with Lindsey Graham. That was quite surprising. I wake up in the morning, I open an email, he's dead. That's what I'm feeling about this.
Yeah, I think
with him, I feel more like something will happen, like he's being taken to the hospital, and all kinds of. We're all waiting with bated breath. What happened? And then I see them announcing, because JD Vance can't wait to get in there.
Oh no, he's chomping at the bit. I'm surprised. I'm really surprised that he hasn't been able to initiate the drive to have the current occupant kicked out. 25th Amendment. And then I
But
saw,
you know how Trump plays. Let me tell you something. They would take him out. They would take JD Vance out.
yeah,
He's been known to take people out. You know, anybody that was going to rat on him for molestation, little kids. Jesus.
yeah, it's scary. It's like the worse he is, the more the people in the White House with him are pushing it forward, pushing it forward. And so I'm at the point where it feels like he's got no clue what he's talking about. And he's just repeating what the last person in the room with him said.
Yeah.
Most of the time, that's Stephen Miller. And that is one evil dude. He is evil to the core all the way. It's like, it's scary.
But what do you feel about Stephen Miller when his master dies?
I think he's going to implode, is what I keep getting, because no one else is going to give him the time of day. Vance can't stand him. Most of the rest of the cabinet can't stand him because he's an egotistical blah blah blah. I'm not going to say it on daytime TV. You got to come to the slumber party for that. We really cursed there. So I get some of the people on that don't cuss a lot and they come on to do the naughty and nice cards. It's fun to watch them blush when they have to say the F-bomb or something like that. I tease Scott Scorpio Suntero because he still blushes when he picks a card and it's got some really bad words on it. We all tease him about it.
Did YouTube still do something where you couldn't show the cards? Sometimes, like the star will have a naked lady.
Yeah, you got to make sure you cover up the bits. I don't know. It's like usually the card is like way back here. Can you really see it? I guess maybe if you're zooming in or something, but I mean, it's just cards. I've known people that have gone through their cards and like drawn clothes on the naked pictures. And I'm like,
Yeah, you know, so weird is that all these years, maybe one or two times I've had YouTube, hit me, ding me.
Yeah.
But I've been very lucky, and I told Violetta, I said, why do you think that is, Violetta? Why am I so lucky? And she said, well, I think you thought this through. You were right in picking Linda G. Comanche psychic. Like, they're not going to mess with the Comanche. But listen, I only brought Comanche in because that's who I am. I wasn't trying to think it out or play in YouTube or anything.
Right. It's like me with voices in the swamp. It's like,
yeah.
I live in the swamp. I hear voices and I live in the swamp. Oh,
there you go.
Together, Because when I first started this, I was like, what do I call myself? And I very clearly heard, you live in the swamp and you hear voices. Think about it. That's what my God said to me. And I was like, okay, thank you.
Yeah, I just said Linda G. Comanche psychic. And
my glasses are, somebody's asking about my glasses. I have to take them off to see who they're made by. I got them from the doctor's office. I got a new script just last month. And I went in and picked these frames. And the blue frames that I had last year, I had turned into sunglasses. So now and that was my other favorite frame. So they're from the eye doctor. And I'd have to go to the website and look up because I can't read what it says on the little thingy without my glasses on. And I have to take them off to read it. So,
right.
But thank you for the compliment. I like them. They're very comfortable. Very comfortable glasses.
Linda, wasn't it you who said a while back someone high up was going to pass suddenly and it would be a shock? Yeah, I did say that. A lot of other psychics said it too.
Yeah.
I'm sure that's Lindsay. Oh my God. And all those people he'd had these affairs with are talking. I can't even read it. It's so gross.
Oh yeah. There's a lot of stuff coming out of the closet now that he's unable to come out of the closet. And you know what I picked up on him was the biggest feeling I picked up on him after he passed was realizing how miserable he made himself for living in fear.
Yeah.
He could have just stepped out at any point since the 70s and just said, "Yeah, I'm gay, no big deal."
Yeah, because people are.
The majority of the country would have been perfectly fine with it. They don't care, and it he kind of lost his soul when John McCain died. That was his benchmark, I think.
But I felt him always falling in love with men with power.
Yeah.
Kane had power. He falls in love like that's why he fell in love with Trump.
Oh yeah,
Trump had power.
Absolutely.
But what do you think his sister? I'm not feeling she'll necessarily go with the flow of everything. Like they think they're going to tell her what Lindsay would vote on. I think she might vote on some better judgment. That's what I'm getting.
Yeah, I you know what? I hadn't even thought about it. Let me pull a card or two. See what it says. I think I just
Let me throw too.
mixed cards in the deck. Okay. What did I get? Corruption revealed. So she might be behind that of revealing some corruption. Judgmental scrutiny. I think she's gonna bring something to light that's gonna maybe shake some people up.
She's not going to like them telling her what to do.
Empty promises. They're giving her a lot of empty promises right now. And she just comes across as somebody that's like, yeah, nope, not doing that.
Will she think about running for her brother's seat?
I don't feel it. I don't feel like, unless she has some kind of major epiphany while she's actually
Well, if she
in
votes
office
for him,
doing something.
yeah.
I don't see her. I got planned outcome. I'm not sure what that's meaning. Mainstream news. So I think a planned outcome in mainstream news, that's going to depend on, I think,
Thank you,
think
Ness.
feel like what it is as things start happening and she starts getting involved with making decisions in that seat, a lot of it's going to ride on how the press treats her. If the press goes after her like they do so many who don't toe the line for the current occupant, then she may very well do it until it's time for the election and say, yeah, okay, I'm done. I did my bit. I'm out of here. That's where the fact that the press has been bought out, that's where it's doing so much damage. Is a lot of people that would be really good in leadership positions are either stepping down or they're not running at all because they're like, yeah, it's not worth putting up with all the lies. It's like, it's just like what he does. He throws so many lies out there so fast that before you can respond to the first lie, he's on lie 20. And so, I mean,
he just lies while he's breathing. It's ridiculous. It's terrible.
Yeah.
I'm surprised he only did 25 minutes because I figured he would have been going on and on. Hey, we got Finland in the house.
Oh, hey. Awesome.
And don't worry, there's no way that we're going to hit Finland. That asshole thinks that we're going to hit Cuba, we're going to hit the Netherlands, Finland, Iceland. Idiot.
No, I mean, look what Zelensky has been doing to Russia this past week. I mean, he's been burning them to the ground. He's like,
it's beautiful.
Enough's enough. He's gotten to the point where he's like, okay,
and
I'm
when
not
they
playing
stopped
anymore.
Giving information to Trump, that's when they took off because Trump was running to Putin.
Yeah. And I see, I keep getting the feeling like Putin keeps pushing because there's oligarchs behind him that are pushing because they want to push him to the point that the people practically drag him out by his heels
Right.
and hang him up to the nearest tree, um, so that one of them can step in and take over.
Right.
That's what I keep getting, and the Russian military has become the laughing stock of the world because for how many decades has people been afraid of the Russian military? And it's like
And they're
that, that's why we keep those relations as best we can because, they're the one contender that could kick our butts. Well, we found out real quick, what was it, 5 years ago when they started this crap?
thank
We
you.
found
Anna.
out real quick that
Yeah.
yeah, no, that doesn't ring the right bells.
I keep feeling New York, and I don't know what's going to happen in New York. I've been feeling this for years. On a big event, not as big as 9/11, but and I keep seeing a train, underground or a train station. I just want to say that out loud because they're showing it to me again. But, food for thought. I just see some sort of terrorist action. And let me see, Iran really wants him dead. I don't want him assassinated because that would make him a martyr, and then everybody would grab their arms and even hurt Iranians that live in the United States. Let me look.
But I mean, even Iran is like up to here with him.
Oh,
They're at the point where they're like, okay, it's just time to do something about it.
but he's killing civilians. They're not announcing it on the news.
Yeah,
But if you have any Iranian people, you're finding out what he's doing, and he's killing. They're doing bridges with civilians on the bridges. It's terrible.
yeah, yeah, and they're hitting schools. They're hitting hospitals. The same thing that Israel is doing to Palestine. They're hitting schools. They're hitting hospitals. They're hitting churches, temples, synagogues, whatever is there. All the places where regular people that aren't in the military are like, this is where we go to be safe. Well,
No,
they're not safe anymore. And
no. Listen, I threw on Iran, and it starts off by saying, there's a lot of war here going on. But then all of a sudden, that's where I think he's going to go soon. All of a sudden, look at this. There's an agreement. The United States works real well with it. So this is really good. Victory after burden. There's some agreement with Iran. I know he really wanted this whole Iran thing over with, but let's say something's going to happen where this may last a couple more months, but Iran comes to an agreement. That's what I get.
Well, the first thing I got was urgent, act now. That's where Iran's at. They're like, enough's enough. It's time to move forward. And I've been feeling that for a while. And then I got uprooted and taken out. So that's kind of their mindset. Is they're like, yeah, it's time to just take these people out. They've been hitting American bases, and all kinds of stuff all over there, so that we're hamstrung with nowhere to be able to put our troops or to refuel or any of that other stuff.
Yeah.
And then with all the other crap he's done, he shut down the Strait of Hormuz. And, that was an open waterway pass through that people didn't have to worry about getting hit as they went to and from. So it's not just military people that can't get back and forth, but it's merchants and people that are trying to move products from one side of the globe to the other. They're not happy about that at all. And then the last thing I got was drone strike. And you said New York. I've been feeling for a while like one of the bigger cities is going to get hit. They're going to do something.
You can feel it. But is it Iran or is it someplace else? Is it a false flag like with Israel?
I've had two different hits in the last couple of weeks. One, I got a hit on a false flag that the current occupant and friends are going to try to pull another stunt to make everybody, oh, poor him, they're after him again, they're trying to kill him
But he
again.
doesn't get that because the woman who lost her husband in Butler says she thinks this was a planned event.
Yeah, exactly. And then the other hit that I had got was there. I'm almost afraid to say it out loud, but I keep getting that Iran is getting ready to do something major.
Okay.
That they're gonna. I mean, when my son was in the Navy, he was over there twice on his two deployments. They went to the Arabian Sea, Persian Gulf, whatever you want to call it, but they dealt with the Iranians, and there were some really dicey moments. Is basically all he's ever told me. Now that was over 15 years ago, and he was like, "Yeah, there were a couple of times when it got really close to something happening, and fortunately, our captain had a cool head and prevented us from." Basically, what he told me was that and now he was a sonar tech, right? My son's 5'2", I think. He's like a little guy, right? They literally strapped him down to a 50 cal gun on the deck where he sat for 72 hours and couldn't move.
Wow.
With the ammo feeder right next to him. And that wasn't his job. That wasn't something he trained for. He was the sonar guy. No, they had him on a 50 cal gun. And I'm like, I'm so glad I didn't know that at the time.
I know that's
a heart attack.
Scary.
And that's basically all
And
he's
also, Iran has
to say, you know.
Iran has hit a couple of naval ships, and they're not telling us
No,
if any of our peoples have been hurt. They don't tell us nothing.
no. And that's what he was getting at. He was like, there were some dicey moments there that, fortunately, the captain that we had at that time, because he was on a destroyer, he was like, fortunately, things were, he kept a cool head and prevented anything from getting worse. And that's basically all he's ever been able to tell me, because whenever I've asked questions, he's like, I can't tell you that, it's classified.
Right.
And I'm like, okay, I get it. No problem. Probably would give me nightmares anyway. But I feel like they're getting ready to do something. It just
On foreign soil or on U.S. soil?
I feel like it's going to be over there, but it's going to be representing us.
Okay.
So it's going to be on foreign soil, but it's going to be like hitting an embassy or something that represents us.
Okay.
And so it's kind of.
Well, they're hitting any military place, and they're not letting us know the real numbers. I can't wait till it's out of office so we can get the real numbers.
Yeah, so we can find out how much damage they're actually doing. That's what's scary.
Iran kept saying, and we have the Epstein files and we're going to release them. They never did because they don't have them. See, Iran will tell fibs too. Iran doesn't give us, there was so much stuff they were saying. I was like, oh, good. And then they don't come through.
Yeah. Viviani had a good question. Do we see an interim government coming into the White House? I have been seeing that.
I see it too next year. Yeah.
Yeah, I keep seeing, it's like I see a table, like a round table, like King Arthur and his knights at the round table, but it's former heads, former presidents, former, Secretary of State, Secretary of Defense. that are meeting that are going to have to work together
Yeah.
to clean up the mess that
Over
this.
the line and he's doing crazy things, and I think it's just enough. I really do see the military coming in. Now,
Them
I
too,
still think
yeah.
it's going to die, but I think that they might say, "Sir, you got to come with us. You're a destructive."
One of the biggest hits I kept getting from seeing a group is that the mess that's going to have to be cleaned up once we get him out is going to be too much for one person
Yeah.
to deal with. And it's going to take a group of them to all put their heads together to deal with this.
And all those great lawyers that stepped away, all those people, they're all coming back.
Yes, yes.
And there'll be
All
committees
of
and
those,
groups, and they'll get it all together.
all of the government positions that got kicked out for just lifelong career people, they're gonna get what belongs to them as far as if they stay retired or if they come
Right.
back in.
Right.
But we've been at this for 50 minutes, and so I don't want to keep you too long.
Thank you. I have a hard time sitting for a long time too.
Yeah, I know we both have a hard time sitting
We both
for very
have bad
long, and
backs.
I've got a members live coming up in 2 hours. So
You got to take your stretch.
yeah, I got to get up and move around and go zap my fries in the microwave because they got cold.
All right, sweetie. It was wonderful being with you.
Well, I'm so glad you came on again, and I don't think I've ever had over 3,000 people in my chat before.
There's over 3,000?
Yeah, at one point it was almost to 4,000. We got close, and I was like, "Holy crap!"
Dang! Thank you, guys, for coming.
Thank you very much, you guys. Please, please, please make sure you like, subscribe, and share both of our channels. When you subscribe, hit the little notification bell and click all so that you're notified. It's free. It doesn't cost you anything. Although we both offer memberships, if you would like to become a member, you can find that on our channels. Thank y'all for spending your afternoon with us.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Linda, for coming and spending time. And
thank you, Ness and Lisa.
Everybody, all the
everybody.
all the moderators. Thank you. We could not do it without you. I'm sorry we weren't able to get to as many questions as I would have liked to, but
that's because we're too busy yapping.
Yeah, that's our problem.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. Bye, sweetie.
All right. Bye, y'all.